Peace be to you all. Assalamualaikum. Omar here, health educator, physician associate, middle-aged endurance athlete, and family man. So, today is Sunday. It's March 6th. There's a lot going on in the world, a lot of negative stuff. Invasions by Russia. We're still dealing with this COVID thing. Governors being disrespectful to kids that are wearing the mask. Mask mandates. Taking your mask off, keeping it on at different places. Vaccine mandate. You know, it's a lot of negative stuff to with which to deal. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
So, this for me is incredible therapy. And, you know, not even negative stuff in, I guess, yeah, it is negative stuff. So, things on a world level, but then a state level, national level, then maybe a local level, and even a personal level. Like, I'm a very, very busy hospitalist PA. You know, that comes with it a lot of potential stressors. So, sick patients for whom you can't necessarily make better, depending on their various multiple morbidities and baselines. The frustrated family members who release their ire and frustration upon you, the clinician. Yeah, and then, you know, being a dad, you know, my wife and I are trying to help our kids transition into young adulthood. And, you know, children are what I call a beautiful burden. Thank God for them. But you still have to put the time and effort into them. So that could be a stressor, depending on how you relieve it, perceive it. So I'm out here today. This is my form of therapy. And good morning, how are you? You know, I want to remain healthy, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So I do this, and I have a goal. And as I approach my 6th decade of life, I have a goal of being very healthy when I get to the big 6-0, Lord willing, inshallah. So I wanted to talk to you guys about avoiding burnout, in particular as an endurance athlete. Because as an endurance athlete, your specialty isn't speed. You're not trying to get through the race super fast. I mean, you can, but you'll burn yourself out. So for instance, Eliud Kipchoge is running, I think he's running the Tokyo Marathon today, and he's expected to break another record. Hey guys, but you know, he's not gonna go out full sprint running like Usain Bolt. He's gonna pace himself. He might have pacers. You know, those are people to keep him on point, to keep him from running too fast. You know, but it's endurance athlete deals with the long trail, whatever it is you're doing. In my case, it's running. So I have the JFK Ultra Marathon coming up in November. That's it's 50 miles. Morning. You know, I've never run that far before, but I don't want to burn myself out by going out for a sprint. So I'm trying to maintain my endurance. But sometimes I feel burned out doing this. I got to go to work today. I got out late. It's warmer than I expected. It feels like it's about 60 and it's humid. I did everything I could to procrastinate actually going out. So instead of my usual 13-mile long run, I think I'm gonna have to truncate it and only do about 7. Hey guys.
Hey.
What's that? Okay. That guy. But you know, you can avoid burnout by trying to focus on what motivates you. And for me, I'm motivated by my mediocre self. I felt like I've always slightly less than average. So if you described me, if somebody described me, they say, all right, it's a middle-aged, medium-built, medium-complected guy, 5'9" and 150. I'm slightly smaller, or 153 I should say after a heavy meal. I'm slightly smaller than the average American. Then at 53, I'm middle-aged. In school, I never felt particularly intelligent. I think the average IQ is about a 110. I think mine is actually slightly less than that. But I'm still near the middle. Then making what I make as a PA, that's between 130 to 140, maybe 125 to 140,000 per year, depending on the year. But that's middle income in Washington, D.C. Believe it or not, especially if if you're supporting a relatively large family like I've got, my wife and 4 kids. Well, hey there, how are you? But, so everything about me seems to be middle and mediocre, and that bothers me. But it encourages me to push. Right behind you guys. Good morning. It encourages me to push myself from being ordinary by taking extraordinary measures to accomplish extraordinary things. And I think a large part I've done that with my life. Yeah, by God's permission. Look at this. Yeah, for instance, I gotta go up this. Here's my hill. But, that's one of the ways I avoid burnout, is thinking about how would I be if I didn't do the things that I did. I'd probably be obese. I'm not fat shaming. I don't want to be obese. I was. It hurt my back and my knees. And the doctor said I had high cholesterol. And my contemporaries were getting all sorts of hypertension and diabetes and having to start medications that I didn't want to start. So I had to get my act together. So that's the thing that helps me avoid burnout, is my just thinking about my motivation not to be a mediocre type of person. I'd probably be sitting around some grown man child playing video games all day and all night, talking to my bros on the phone. And I don't even know if I'd be married. Maybe I'd go try to pick up hot babes at the gym. I probably wouldn't go to the gym or at the club. It's a bunch of silly stuff that seems very alpha in your 20s. But, this ain't easy, being out here, man. And it's easy to get burned out. But just keep your motivation ahead of you. Make some quantitative and qualitative goals based on what you think you're able to perceive. Look at this. Woo! Look at it. All the way up. All the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. So, that's what you can do with your life within your capacity. Even if it's going out for a walk for a half a mile or once around the track. Be consistent with it. And find your motivator to avoid your burnout. All right, guys. And take breaks when you need. Just not for too long. That's it for now. I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors. Subscribe if you want. If not, that's cool too. So, if you want advice on running, you can follow me. There's other great running channels out there too. Or to be a PA, you can follow me, or a health educator. All right, guys, take care. Peace. Run with me for a while. Oh, what's it get me? How you doing? That's why we have leash laws in DC.